Hello all you beautiful people, how you doing today? This is Lava Temptress and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome, hi! So today we're going to be talking about a mod that I really enjoy, and they've actually updated quite a few things, and it's a lot different than what I used to play, but it's Mystical Agriculture. And I've played it in tons of mod packs, and so we're going to go over today the vanilla recipes. And by vanilla, I mean with just the mod. So not like added to a different mod pack, because mod packs sometimes change the recipes. So always keep that in mind when I'm going over any mod spotlights. Alright, so first of all, it adds three new ores. Inferium ore, which when you break it gives you this Inferior Essence. Prosperity shards, which gives you shards when you break it. And if you use fortune on that, on either one, it does help to give you more. And then there's solium ore. And when that's cooked, it gives you solium, soul dust. And then soul stone. And I broke this, so now it's soul cobblestone. But it's soul stone. And it's basically a farming mod, but it allows you to farm like all different kinds of things. You can make seeds for pretty much anything in the pack, and so it makes it really cool. A different way for you to get additional resources. Now what I did here is, these are the different farmlands that you can make now with this mod. And so they grow at different speeds. Now, I do want to say, I don't think the farmland itself has been implemented as of yet. Doesn't seem to be causing any different growth versus which kind you use. So what I did is, in the middle is the straight farmland. On either side, I have two different these growth accelerators that you can craft. I did the highest tier, so this one's the Supremium, and this one is, I always forget the name of it. I just refer to it as the blue one, but for your purpose, it is the Inferior growth accelerators. So these are the two highest. This one, and then the Supremium, the red, is always the very highest. So as you can see, these are growing much faster than the ones in the middle, but they're also growing much faster than the ones over here. So this is something that you would really want to get to make your crops speed up quite a bit. So first, let's get started and see. For the farmland, you're going to use a hoe, a piece of dirt, and whatever essence you want. So for this instance, I did Prudentium, and it'll give you Prudentium farmland. Pardon me. But like I said, as of right now, the farmland itself doesn't seem to make a difference. But in theory, when they're done working with it, this one should make everything grow faster. Now, do be aware, if you jump on this, when you don't have anything planted, it will turn back into regular dirt, and you'll have to recraft it again. So, just make sure you don't do that, because that would be a pain in the butt. See, this one's already grown. Look at that. So, ta-da! And like I said, you just get this Inferior Essence. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is the seeds that I have planted, the Inferium seeds. And the reason why we want to do the Inferium seeds, because, well, you can only get so many mining. And some packs do add it, where when you kill mobs, you get it. But it's still better to make a seed. So in order to do that, we're going to take a wheat seed with 8 Inferium Essence, and that's going to create 1 Inferium seed. Now, the straight mod does not have where you level up or you have a crafting one like some recipes, some mod packs, like for instance Sky Factory 4. So if you're playing something like that, be aware recipes will be differently. Which is why I do mod specific to certain packs. So, alright, but just for straight adding the mod to your vanilla, this is how it would work. Then you're also going to want a prosperity seed. So that is 4 of the prosperity shards with 1 wheat seed. And we're going to use that base to create lots of different seed recipes. But we're actually not going to go in over any seed recipes other than one to show you how to craft with the new Alter system. I will do a part 2 because there's just too much to cover in one video. It would be way too long. So, alright, so next we have the Infusion Crystal. And this is absolutely mandatory in order to level our Inferior Essence up to the different tiers. And like I said before, the Supremium is the highest, and that's the one you really want to get to. So in order to do that, you're going to take a diamond with 4 prosperity shards and 4 of the Inferior Essence. And that's going to create an Infusion Crystals. Now, it only has 1,000 uses, and I know it sounds like a lot, but you go through it really fast. So this is how you level it up. So Inferior Essence 4 around, and this 4 around is a common recipe guide. But for this one, the Inferior Essence around an Infusion Crystal will give you Prudentium. And then we're going to take 4 of the Prudentium around the Infusion Crystal to give the Tertium. I don't know why I have such a hard time with this one. But then you're going to take 4 of those around the crystal, and that'll give you Imperium. And then you're going to take 4 Imperium, and that'll give you the Supremium. And that is the highest tier that you're going to want right here. Alright, we're also going to need a prosperity gemstone to craft multiple things. So for that, we're going to put a diamond with 4 prosperity shards on the side. And just like the essence, we can level that up. So for that, well, level it up, but you can make the different tiers. So the prosperity gemstone with Inferior Essence, that gives us the Inferium gemstone. And then so whatever kind you want, Prudentium gives us Prudentium, Tertium. So whatever, the recipe is the same. So now, once we get up to the Supremium gemstone, the first thing you want to do is make the Master Infusion Crystal, because as you see below, it has unlimited uses. So you're going to make multiples of that regular Infusion Crystal before you're able to get to this one, because leveling it up takes quite a while. So in order to do that, you're going to take the Supremium gemstone, 4 prosperity shards, and 4 Supremium essence, and that'll give you the Master Infusion Crystal. And so then whenever you use that, it won't break on you. I usually make 2, 1 to travel with me in case I need it for something, and 1 for at my home base. Alright, so next we're going to talk about Solium ingots. So to make a Solium ingot, you take the prosperity shard, with 2 Solium dust. And then to make the Solium dagger, which we really need, you're going to take 2 the soul dust and 2 Solium ingots with a gold sword around. So we're going to use this, but you also need, it used to be you could just use this, but now you need it with other things. So 4 soul dust around glass will give us soul glass, and we need to make a soul jar. So we're going to take 3 of those soul glass with the Solium ingot, and that is going to give us a soul jar. Now, how do we get some of this? Well, if you cook... Okay, I accidentally put away my soulstone, so I had to go get it. So if you cook soulstone, it's going to cook it and give you smooth soulstone. So then you're going to take the smooth soulstone, and is that it is done, and done. And then we're going to cook that, and it's going to become this dust that we need here. There we go. That is how we get the soul dust. I know I have the soul dust here, but that is how you get the soul dust. And we're going to use it for that, plus to create the glass. So that is how you do that. Now, this dagger, we're going to take, you need a soul jar for each type of mob. So, for instance, I went out and killed a couple sheep. And you're just going to kill them with this dagger that you have. And as you look, our jar is filling up. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, should be 10, and that will complete our jar. Ta-da! Now we have a 10 out of 10 soul jar, and that's what we're going to need to craft everything. So you could do the same thing with cows, chickens, all kinds of stuff. The dagger helps you to get more souls. Not always, but it helps you to get more souls per each one that you kill. Why is that sheep? Oh, what? That freaked out on me. Okay, hold on. Let's try this again. Come back, cow! And I keep like the derpy stuff in here. There you go, cow. And as you see, it gave us 1.5 for 1 cow. So I keep the derpy stuff in here so that way you guys know. Sometimes things don't always work out. There is no reason it should have done the sheep. So, yeah. But that is how you do the soul jars. We will get into more of that on the next video because there is a lot to cover for that. Now, when you're harvesting these, when they're done, you will notice that sometimes you get more than 1 seed back, which is good. So with that, we're going to want to make what's called a seed reprocessor. And that's what these things are. So for the seed reprocessors, we're going to put our seeds in here. You have to have some kind of fuel, which I did not grab. I forgot I left it over here. So you're going to need fuel in it, but you can make different levels. And what the seed reprocessor does is whatever kind of seed it is, because remember, we can make seeds for pretty much everything, it will give you, turn those extra seeds into whatever it is. So it'll give you the essence for it. So in our case, this is Inferior Essence. So, and you can level these up, and as you get higher, let me pull it up here. As you get higher, it works faster, it uses less fuel. It's all around really good. So, 100 operation speed and fuel usage is 6. Fuel capacity is 6,400. So if you, they just get faster and faster. The Supremium is 5. Which is nice. So, and the same is going to go for these furnaces. The furnaces are going to work faster and use less fuel as you're cooking. So you're going to start with a regular furnace, and you're going to level all the way up to Supremium, which gives you 4,000% cooking speed and 800% fuel efficiency. So think how much less fuel you're going to use by getting all the way up here to this Supremium one. So for instance, well, let's just see how to make them first of all. Okay, so this one first. So first of all, we're going to need a machine frame, and that is 4 iron ingots, stone in the middle, and 4 redstone dust. And that'll give us a machine frame. Then we're going to take the machine frame with 4 iron ingots, 2 iron hose, and 2 solium dust to create our seed reprocessor. Now, we're just going to level those up. And I'm only going to show you the first tier of this, but same principle works. You just keep leveling it up. Now, to get the inferium block, you're simply going to take your Inferior Essence and put it in a crafting grid 9 together. I thought that one was kind of self-explanatory, so I didn't really put it out here. But for this, you're going to use Inferior Essence, 2 Inferium ingots, the original seed reprocessor, and Inferium block. And that's going to create the higher tier Inferium seed processor. But look at that. It makes it so you're not continually wasting all the extra seeds you're going to get, which is nice. All right, now with the furnaces, let's see the difference here versus 1, 2, 3, the difference here. And we'll leave this for a little bit, but look how fast that's going. And it's going to cook all of those with 1 of the coal. You really want to get up to the Supremium furnace. This one over here is still cooking, and it's going. But look, just like, oh my gosh. You guys, you must do this premium furnace. It is probably one of my favorite things. I mean, I love crafting all the seeds and doing that, but the furnace makes it really awesome. All right, now these are the growth accelerators that we had underneath the farm over there. And to make these, you're going to take 4 stone, the inferium gemstone, and 4 inferium essence. So, and I did this one over here just so you can see. It's the same recipe. You're going to use whatever color gemstone and whatever color essence. So obviously they have to match, but that's how you make each of these. And as I show you over here, supremium and the blue one. I don't know what it is. I always forget the name of the blue one. Whoops. Inferium. I don't know why, but Inferium. Inferium and Supremium is the best ones you can get, and you definitely want to do those. Alright, now let's talk about, because we've gone over quite a bit, but now we're going to need to craft some other seeds. Now to start off with that, we need our Infusion Alter. So for that, we're going to use 4 stone, 3 red carpets, and 2 gold ingots. And I'm going to take that one out because I'm going to show you. You're going to need 8 infusion pedestals, and those for each one is 2 stone, 2 red carpets, and a gold ingot. But I wanted to show you, I have it set up there so it's easier, but when you set it down, it shows you exactly where to put them. It makes a ghost image, which makes it really nice because you don't have to sit there and count and guess and all that. So that's one of the nice things, is they take all the guesswork out for you and you just automatically know where to put them. Alright, so for the next thing, because we're going to craft a recipe here. So to start off with, we're going to make this air agglomeratic, the names they come up with. So for this one, we're going to need glass bottle, gravel, dirt, and clay. And that's going to make this. And for our recipe we're doing, we need 4. We need 4 of those, and we need 4 inferium essence. Now, we also want a watering can, and let me tell you, these watering cans are awesome, and we can level them up and everything. But to make the first initial one, you're just going to use 4 iron ingots, a bowl, and a piece of bone meal. Now, the way you're going to do it, if you come over here, there's nothing. So we got to fill it up with water first. So once you put water in it, and it'll say filled, then you come over here and you water it, and your crops will grow much, much faster. And I usually find it best to water the middle of wherever you're trying to go, because then it waters the ones on both sides. And if I had multiples of these together, whoops, if I had multiples together, you'd be able to see that it waters multiples at the same time. But yes, watering cans are essential, but that's not it. We can also level up our watering can, which is probably one of my favorites. So let's put that one back. Where's the water? Okay, here we go. So, let's do this first. So, this is some really good bone meal. It's mystical fertilizer, and it instantly grows a crop or sapling. So you're going to use 4 inferium essence, 4 bone meal, and a diamond, and that'll give you 4. However, if you get fertilized essence, which is a 10% chance drop from when you harvest your crops over here, so a 10%, not a very high chance, but a 10% chance that you'll get 1 when you harvest your crops. Mind you, I have not gotten 1 this whole time I've been doing it, setting it up and all that. So the chances are very low, but if you do get enough, and eventually you will, you can use 4 fertilized essence in place of the bone meal, and the recipe will give you 8. And this works really well. It's really nice. And it will make a little gesture and instantly grow it for you. It works really well if you're trying to get some of the special seeds. Okay, had to make sure it was daylight. Alright, So next we're going to take the Prosperity Ingot again with 2 Inferium Essence, create our Inferium Ingots. And this recipe is going to remain the same except for whatever one you want. Where is it on here? This is why I always install JEI, and I will go over this in a different mod spotlight. But with JEI, it helps to show you what recipes are. So we're going to make this recipe, but the only difference is, as you level it up to each tier, you're going to replace this watering can with the one that you made previously, and then of course the ingots are going to be the next tier. So the colors are going to be the higher level than whatever the watering can is. But to start off with, we're going to take that initial watering can with 4 Inferium Ingots and 4 Mystical Fertilizers. And that's going to give us a watering can that does a 3x3 area, which is nice. But see, as you level it up, then you have, okay, 3x3, then 5x5, 7x7, 9x9, but the highest tier is 11x11. And I put one over here so I could grab it out and show you, because these things are pretty cool. So now that it's filled, let's go over to this one because these aren't grown. So I can even water the grass here. And because it has such a large area, you can see the particle effects, and it's growing all of these. So for instance, if I wanted to stand in here, as long as I made sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 5 away. So if I stand here, I'm watering the whole garden, farm, whatever you want to call it, at the same time. And look how fast it helps them grow. So instead of needing your fertilizer, your mystical fertilizer, you just use your watering can and it helps them all grow. So that's one of the other tips. Now, for the last crafting thing here is weapons and armor. And I only did one piece of each because the recipe is the same. You're going to use a diamond, whatever it is you're trying to craft, in the middle, with 2 of the ingots on the outside and 2 gemstones top and bottom. That's the same for weapons, and it's the same for armor. So you're going to use diamond of whatever it is, and then you're going to level those up. So for instance, these you have to level up each time. But for instance, you're going to get up to Supremium. So that is how you do each of these. And honestly, their tools and weapons are pretty cool. I mean, just look at the stats compared to Diamond. It's very, very good. Plus, I want to pull out the Supremium, because let me tell you, let me put this on and I'll be right back. Okay, check this out. These are our weapons. Look at how they look, and the art style of them is pretty amazing, especially compared to vanilla. So look at that, and look at our full armor. I think we look pretty snazzy. And on the next video, we'll talk about stuff that you can actually add to your weapons and armor. Alright, last thing we're going to go over here, and we will go over this more in depth next time. But this is our crafting altar, and after you set it up, the first one we're going to do is an air seed, which is why I showed you how to make this essence right here. So the way this works is you have it in your inventory, and you just go up to where it needs to be. And the way you would find out is, so here's air seeds. So when you're looking at it in the crafting area, the prosperity seed is always going to go here in the middle, or whatever seed it requires. But the Inferior Essence goes on all 4 corners. So the way I do it is, so then I stand here and I put the 4 on the 4 corners. And I already had it set up, so I'll just leave those there. And then from there, you know that this goes in the other 4. Now, as you can see, it's not working because it needs a redstone signal. Now, you can set up all different kinds of fancy contraptions and whatever you want, but you could also just carry a redstone torch, and it has this cool particle effect, which is really, really nice, and voila, we have our seed. That's how quick it works. It's really nice, and now we have an air seed that we can go plant down here. and watch it grow and create this essence for us. Now, I am going to make it grow a little bit faster because that way I can show you what the essence looks like. But we are going to have a part 2 because this video is already long enough, as you can see. So we're going to need a part 2 to go over the different kinds of seeds and how to craft things and all the other different kinds of things that we could do. And this one just really doesn't want to grow, does it? And the other thing I forgot to mention is you can put multiples of these growth accelerators under one. So for instance, if I come over here, pick up this one, we can go underneath where this one is right here. Whoop. And pop another growth accelerator down there. Let's just put that there. And so that'll help it grow even faster. Although it's being really stubborn right there. There we go. But I wanted to show you what the crops look like when the different types grow. They're actually really cool. And I really love this mod. And there we go. And now we have Air Essence. All the essences are here. And as you can see, they kind of tend to look a little bit like whatever it is. And as you see, not always will it, but that did give me 2 back. So even though I only crafted 1, it's okay to start with just 1. Because as you water it and collect it, you'll actually get quite a bit. So, alright, well that is it for this one. We will go over more crafting recipes and everything next time, but I just didn't want to make this too long. So as it is, it's already kind of long, so I will try to put bookmarks in the video. So if you want to get to a certain recipe or see how the altar works or whatever. But if you made it this far, thank you very much. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you can see all my special videos. I have lots of tutorials planned. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I do answer all of them. Even if I don't know the answer, I will try to find it out for you. Alright, until next time, this is Lava Temptress. Don't get burned. Bye!